Welcome to our latest project, affectionately known as IPI Brewery, and with good reason. We are right next door to Robinson's Brewery in the heart of Stockport on Underbank. I wanted to kind of explain a couple of reasons why we've bought this minging rundown building in the heart of what could be one of Stockport's nicest streets, but at the moment is feeling a little bit sorry for itself. And just give you a bit of an idea about what this next project entails as well. We're currently mid-coronavirus, and we're hoping we'll have this building converted into a ground floor restaurant and 4 residential apartments by the end of the year, obviously subject to lockdown being ended at some point in the not too distant future. Underbank is a huge focus for Stockport Town Centre. They have got a full regeneration plan to bring this area back into life. There's a lot of architectural and historic interest here, but in recent years, probably for the last couple of decades actually, it's been pretty run down with some questionable shops and buildings that have just been left to ruin. The regeneration project though is backed by National Lottery funding. They are pumping, I think, about £5 million into restoring and preserving the character of this area and hopefully regenerating the sort of retail and hospitality element of it as well to bring more people back into one of the oldest parts of the town centre. We were told about it by a commercial agent that we've got a good relationship with before it really hit the market, so we're the only people that have seen it, and the price that the seller wanted for it, we just couldn't really refuse. We bought it for £175,000 at the end of the day for over 350 square meters of building. So it's a big old space. And yes, it's going to cost us a lot to convert it, but the purchase price really helps offset a lot of that, and the National Lottery funding will contribute to it as well. From the main entrance on Underbank, we're going to have stairs leading up to 2 of the apartments, as well as the main entrance to the ground floor space, which has got A3 planning permission, so restaurant or cafe. It's also got a cellar space, which we will convert and create additional seating for the future tenants here, but it's a long old building, it goes a way back, so we should be able to create a really nice space for a good tenant to come and take this and create something that's going to bring people into the area. Upstairs at the front of the building, we've got space for 2 of the smaller apartments, both 1-beds that are going to be accessed from that same shared front entrance on Underbank. On the first floor, it's going to be a fairly typical layout, but the bedroom area has got this really cool vaulted ceiling that we're going to get a couple of skylights in, so that's going to be a really nice feature. And then up on the second floor, we're into the loft space. So that one's going to feel a little bit smaller, a bit more constricted with the head height, but again, we should be able to make it nice, light, airy 1-bedroom apartment. Both of these overlook Underbank itself, and I know it's a bit romantic, but I've just got visions of a couple of years from now it being a bustling street with cafes and restaurants having outdoor seating and people being able to sit in these apartments and watch the world go by. The back half of the building is accessed from a separate entrance on a different street, which means that we've got 2 apartments with their own private entrance effectively. They are a lot bigger and they've got plenty of windows on each side, bringing in a lot of natural light. They're both going to be 2-bedroom apartments, and whilst we don't have views of the Underbank, we do have a great view over the brewery. Now, I'm saying that kind of tongue-in-cheek. It's really not the best view in the world of their storage tanks for what I believe is hot and cold water, but you know what, it'll give a bit of character to them, and we will make the theme of the apartments fit in with the surrounding area. And we're even contemplating going back to planning to add a roof terrace, which would give them a bit of outdoor amenity space as well. So despite the building being in pretty poor condition, and on first impressions the street that it sits on being fairly run down, we have got a huge amount of space here for a really good price. We know that Stockport Council are investing a huge amount into the regeneration of Underbank, and we really want to be a part of that, but also benefit from it. And the National Lottery funding is going to help contribute to our costs as well, bringing the total project cost down quite considerably. It's definitely a bit more speculative than some of our other projects, but I genuinely believe that all of these factors combined are going to make it our best project so far. So I appreciate that was just a very quick tour, but really we shouldn't be here during lockdown. We just came down to make sure the building is secure after we completed on it at the end of last week. So we're going to head back home now, but if you want to see more details on this project as it progresses, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I'd be so grateful if you gave it a big like as well.